Can I start the class?
Yes.
Yes.
Today's topic is empirical formula. Okay, this is today's topic. Firstly, you should learn atomic mass of the atom. So this is the list of atomic mass. At least you have to learn 1 to 20 atomic number as well as the mass number with the symbol. So what is the atomic number? Atomic number 1 is name is hydrogen, symbol is H, and atomic mass is 1. Atomic
Equals to the
number
9, 10,
2
12.
is helium, symbol is He, atomic mass is 4, right? Atomic number 3, lithium, symbol is Li, mass number is 7. So this is the list of 1 to 30 atomic number symbol with mass. So what is the empirical formula? What is the empirical formula? So it is the simplest formula, okay, which is the smallest whole number ratio of atom present. So right is the definition of empirical formula.
Mm.
The empirical formula or simplest formula, right? What gives the simplest whole number ratio of atoms which is present in the compound. So this is the definition of empirical formula. What is the exact definition? Empirical formula is the simplest form of the ratio of a whole number atom present in the compound. How to calculate? Firstly, you know to the how much percentage of atom present in the compound. Let's see the example. So what is the first example? The compound methane. Methane is containing carbon and hydrogen. What is the formula of methane? So formula of methane is what? H4, right?
CH4.
Right? So methane is containing 74.9% carbon and 25.1% hydrogen biomass. What's the empirical formula? According to the definition, simplest whole number ratios of atom present in the compound. So what is the percent of carbon present in methane? The percent of carbon present in methane is equal to 74.9%. Okay, it's a given data. And percent of hydrogen present in methane. How much percent? Is 25.1%, right? So firstly, you have to calculate the number of moles of carbon and number of moles of hydrogen. So what is the number? How to calculate number of moles? So number of moles is equal to given mass by
One
molar
more.
mass. Okay. So what is the given mass of carbon? Firstly, I am going to calculate
16.
the number of moles of carbon. So I am going to calculate the number of moles of carbon. So number of moles of carbon. So what is the given mass? Now we have a data in the form of percentage. So can we let the total mass of the methane is 100 grams? So now we are taking, let total mass of methane, that is CH4, 100 gram. When we take the 100 gram, when the atoms present, when percentage given of the atom which is present in the compound, so we can take the
Percentage.
100 gram. Okay, it is a comparison. So when methane is 100 gram and in 100 gram carbon present, how much percent? Carbon present 74.9%. So what is the amount of carbon in methane? So what is the amount exact? It's same as the percentage. It's same as the percent. 74.9,
Yes, point nine.
right? Gram. Same as total mass of the methane. So carbon is, mass of carbon is 74.9 and same as mass of hydrogen. What is this? Tell me the answer. Same as the percent. What is the percentage? It's 25.1%.
25.
So what is the given
25.1.
mass of hydrogen is same as the 25.1
Sa Zoom.
25.1
grams. So now you
Chemistry.
can
grams.
calculate the
In-invite
number
kami.
of moles of
English
carbon
kaya
and
siya magsalita.
hydrogen.
Madiin lang.
Now can we calculate the number of moles of carbon and hydrogen? So number of moles of carbon is given
Descriptive siya
mass
magsulat dun.
is
Daig pa
divided
yung
by
mga
molar
ituturo
mass.
ng ano.
Mic po
Please do mute
nakabukas.
all the student. I am getting unwanted voice from your side. Number of moles is what? Given mass is divided by molar mass. So what is the given mass of carbon? Is 774.9. And what is the molar mass? So molar mass is equal to the mass of carbon. So what is the mass of carbon? See, you have to learn this table, and it's a 12. So divided by 12. Okay. How much mole we get? Please tell me the answer. What is the answer?
Ayoko na mag-aral ng ganito, Ra.
6.24.
6.24.
It's 6 point.
24
24.
Okay. So same
moles
as,
of
can you calculate the number of moles of hydrogen?
Ano maganda mag-aaral ka pa, hindi na.
Can you calculate?
divided by 4. 6.25.
It's to 25.1. Mass of hydrogen is 1. So same as 25.1. Sorry. Yes, same as
Okay.
this.
I have a question
Yes,
po.
please.
Shouldn't will the four hydrogen atoms be neglected, or would it be considered only as one?
I'm not getting you.
Uh the empe- bleh. the empirical formula for methane is CH4, right?
Yes. So its
So
mass is
wouldn't
4. Yes, total mass is 4.
so wouldn't it be 25.1 divided by 4?
Yeah, correct.
So the answer would be 6.25.
Same as 6.25.
25. So you just multiply the 25.1 by
Okay.
4,
So
or
this is the mass. This is the moles. Now we get the simplest whole number ratio. 6 point.
24.
24. It's 6.24. And what is the moles of hydrogen? It's 6.25. Okay. So you selected one. See, both moles, both of the atom has same moles, right? So firstly, what the procedure? You selected the smallest number. It's you have to select the smallest number of moles of the atom and then divided by all of the atom, and you get the simple whole ratio. So say both number is same. So what is the simplest whole number ratio? This is 6.24 is divided by 6.24. You get 1, and again 6.25 and 6.24. So it's near about 1. You get 1. So what is the carbon? Carbon is 1 and hydrogen is 1. So it's the simplest whole ratio, and this is the empirical formula. Empirical formula. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I'm going to move for the next question. Give me the answer.
18?
18. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
178?
Any doubt? Can you calculate the molecular formula, and can you calculate the empirical formula? Tell me. Can I start the next topic, stoichiometry?
Yes po.
Yes, miss. Sure.
Maraming COVID dun. Pa-deliver ka ng molo, Adrian, kay Wayne. Pa-deliver ka.
Do mute yourself, please.
iPads. Rose. Rose.
What is the meaning of stoichiometry? Stoichio means element, and metric means measurement, right? So here we will calculate the element. How to calculate? So firstly you have to understand reading of the reactions. So your reaction is methane react with 2 oxygen, it gives CO2 gas plus 2 water. How to read this reaction? So can we say that 1 mole of methane react with 2 mole of O2, it's give 1 mole of CO2 and 2 mole of water. How can we say? So here is a one coefficient, stoichiometric coefficient. What is the stoichiometric coefficient? When we balance the chemical reaction, we multiply here this number. These number known as the stoichiometric, right? So here is a 1. So 1 mole of methane react with 2 moles of O2, and what gives 1 mole of CO2 and 2 mole of water. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
So if you know all these, then you can calculate all the question according to this concept. So how to implement this concept? I'm going to solve the question. Is reaction balanced or not?
It is balanced.
Balanced.
It's balanced.
So
Bill Kershaw.
calculate the amount of water produced when uses 16 gram. Consider your 16 gram and amount of water produced. This is your question. How to calculate? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me?
What's the question?
Calculate the amount of
30.
water produced by combustion of 16 gram methane. When we combustion means burn 16 gram methane, how many amount of water gives? So you know the 1 mole of methane gives a 2 mole of water. 16 gram, when methane is 16 gram means how many moles of methane you have to combustion?
32? What?
32. 32.
32
32?
32 grams for hydrogen
82 grams.
for
32 grams.
Of water.
Firstly,
water.
when see here, when 1 mole of methane gives 2 mole of water, right? 1 mole
Yes.
of
Yeah.
methane gives 2 mole of water. So 16 gram of methane, how
Yes,
many
2.
moles of water? So firstly, you
32.
have to calculate the number of moles of methane when methane is 16 gram, right? So number of moles of methane is a given is 16, and what is the molar mass is 12 plus 4, so that is 16 by 16,
Yes, equals to 1.
right? So it's 1 mole.
Yes.
Okay, it's a 1 mole. So 1 mole of water, how much amount contain? How much amount contain in a 1 mole of water?
A half.
It's molar mass. So 1 mole is equal to the same as the molar mass of water. So that is a 18,
To
right?
18.
So
Oh,
here is
18.
what? 1 mole is 1 mole. 1 mole methane gives a 2 moles of water. So 1 mole water is equals to 18 grams. So
18
2 moles of water, how much amount?
equals to
2 into
36.
18, it's you get
36.
30,
36.
36.
36
clear?
grams.
Is it clear?
Yes,
So
miss.
now try
Yes,
the next
ma'am.
question, please. Try this question, please. How many moles of methane are required to produce 22 gram of CO2 after combustion? How can you solve this question? Please do. What we do first? Firstly, we write the chemical
Interpret.
reaction. It's what's the chemical reaction? Methane combustion,
4 plus O2
presence of O2. What gives
to produce
CO2
22 grams.
plus water, right?
Yes.
So required the balanced chemical reaction is 2 here, and this is 2, metric is 2. Is it clear?
Yes.
Amount is
Yes,
given of
miss.
CO2. It's 22 gram is given, and how many moles of methane? Methane, how many moles of methane to require 22 grams? So how many moles of CO2 in 22 grams? Can you calculate? Can you calculate how many moles of CO2 in 22 gram?
22 grams.
How many mole?
22 din.
Tell me.
Ay, gutom na gutom na. Uwi na tayo.
So number of moles of CO2 is what?
0.5
Given mass and
moles.
molar mass is 22 divided by 44. You get 0.5 mole. When we get 22 point, sorry, when we get 22 gram of CO2, so that means a formation of number of moles is 0.5 mole formed. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
So how
Yes,
many
po.
moles
Yes,
of
ma'am.
methane react with CO2 to give 0.5 moles? How many moles? When 1 mole of methane react to give the 1 mole of CO2. When 0.5 moles of CO2 forms, so same as 0.5 mole methane react. So number of moles of methane is what? Number of moles of methane is what? It's 0.5 moles. Is it clear? Is it clear?
yes, ma'am.
How to calculate?
Yes, ma'am.
Only you will check how many moles of reactant to give the how many moles of product. This is the main point, right? And accordingly, you can calculate the amount and mole anything, right? Can we try the next question?
Yes.
Please.
I'm going to ask this question. How many moles of H2 required to react completely with 2 moles of CO, right? So 1 mole of CO gives 1 mole of CO needed 2 mole of H2, right? So when 2 mole of O2, what gives the H2? It's for 1 mole of O2 gives 2 mole H2, right? So 2 mole of
For
CO2,
H2.
how many moles needs? It's 4
4.
mole. Is it clear?
6.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Very good. How many hydrogen molecule would be needed to consume 2 mole of CO2? Sorry, 2 mole of CO. How many mole of hydrogen atom would be needed? Tell me.
Is it 1 mole, ma'am?
This is 1 mole.
Mm-hmm.
Question is asking how many H2 molecule. Talking about the molecule.
1 mole of hydrogen
1
po.
mole. So how many particle present in 1 mole of H2?
2.
Now I'm going to solve the question. H2 molecule would be needed to consume 2 mole of CO, right? So 2 mole of this. So H2 is 4 mole. Next question. How many grams of H2 are required to consume 2 mole of 2 mole of CO?
8 grams?
How many grams of H2 are required to come 2 moles of CO2? 2 moles of CO. How many moles are required to H2?
4.
You have to try all these questions. You will try more questions from your books and you have in your syllabus. And then if you have any doubt in such a question, you can ask me. Okay? From the next session. Any student have any doubt from today's session? Anybody
None
have
so far,
any
ma'am.
doubts?
None so far, ma'am.
No, anybody. Can you ask anything from this topic?